Okay, so what I'm going to do here is just discuss with you guys the syllabus. So what you can do is either have it up on your screen or print it, and I'm going to just talk about it really quickly. If you are on campus and you need to see me, I have my office hours. You can see them there, and I will be here in my office. Also, we'll have online office hours that are listed there as well. You could email me directly at the Gmail email that you have there. That's the email that I like to use for communication with students, not the Foothill, specifically the Foothill EDU address. Easiest way to learn anything about anthropology and get to your sites and for this class is to go to the anthropology website for the department, the departmental site. So you can find them there. And we also have a Facebook page for Foothill College Anthropology, so check that out. It's really good. Always interesting things, explaining what we're doing, etc. So now you can read the course description there. It very clearly describes what this course is all about. It's got those different phases that I'm going to discuss about. I'm not going to talk about that. What you need to do is get the books, okay? You have the main textbook, Essentials of Physical Anthropology is what we're using now. You also have the reader. I'm going to use the Diane Smith reader. Both of those you can get online. You can buy at the bookstore. And I'm also going to have some handouts, which I'll make a PDF, and you can pick those up. Okay? You can also rent these books, get them on iChapters, etc. Next page. It's a 500-point class, so it's very easily laid out how this class is going to work. Main thing you're going to see right there is there's no midterm. I'm only going to do one exam. It's a final exam at the end. It's classroom. It's proctored. Most of your points, 80% of your points, are done by writing and interacting within the web format, this online format. Every week, or at least 10 out of the 11 weeks, you're going to have to participate. That's you're going to get points for that. There's a room for debate where you're going to have to interact with each other and come up with about 400 or 500 words on a subject. That's about 800. There's about eight of those. You have homework questions that I'm going to assign as well. There's what I call the small science projects. First one we're going to do right away. And these small science projects are going to use you, because there's so many of you out there, to gather data, and then all that data we're going to bring in to the cloud on Google Documents, and then we'll be able to analyze it. And the whole point is to have you guys come up with an analysis of our own data that we're generating. And essentially what I'm doing is I'm using you as data gatherers for these research projects. You'll find out more about it, but that's what that is. And then you have a major research project, which is 100 points, as much as the final exam, and that's going to have you go to a zoo and watch primates and compare two species of primates, and then compare them to a third species, ourselves, and it'll all be specifically laid out for you how to do that project. So all that gathered together, by the time you take the final exam, you'll already have 80%, so you already know kind of where you stand. And then you'll have the exam, which will be either at a classroom at Foothill, you can take it here, or you can have it proctored anywhere else around the world. Okay, we use a plus-minus system. I'd love to have all of you guys get A's. Never happened, but it'd be great if it did. Specific student learning outcomes that I have listed there. I want you to know about evolution. I want you to figure out how to interpret data, be a scientist essentially, and then think about how we could use this data and this information we're learning about to solve problems in a general way. So I'm hoping that you guys can spend 12 hours a week on the class. Now that's all total. I'm not assuming that all the time you're going to spend 12 hours. But it takes a long time to read the book. It takes a good chunk to read the book. You go over what I'm talking about, read what I'm writing about, watch these videos, and read these websites. This is quite a lot to do. Of course, you got to study, write the paper. So all combined, we're arguing that you should be spending about 12 hours a week on the class, total added up, okay? And key thing, do this assigned reading before the week's discussion, before you're going to make an input into the class. It's very obvious if you haven't done that. And then you want to keep up with all of this. If you get behind in one of these online classes, it's easy to get so far behind that you can't participate meaningfully, and you'll easily get an F. The way I'm hoping to do it is everybody's asking questions and engaging with each other so that you guys are helping each other learn how to do this stuff. I'm happy to have a community of learners that are helping each other, studying together, and acing the acing the final exam. Okay? So that'll be the first part of this video, and then I'll come on to another video talking more specifically about some of these assignments. Okay? Take it easy. Oh,